Hello again from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. As we know, on Saturday, April the 20th, 2019, exactly 20 years will come to pass since one of the deadliest school shootings in the US history. The Columbine High School massacre, where two students who were about to graduate from that school, I think in June 1999, 18-year-old Eric Harris and 17-year-old Dylan Klebold killed 12 schoolmates and one teacher, David Sanders, who was teaching business and computer science subjects and was also a sports coach. They also committed suicide. And now police have alerted school authorities in the Denver region, especially Jefferson County, where, if I remember correctly, the Columbine High School is still located. It's located near Littleton in the Denver metropolitan area of Colorado in western United States. An 18-year-old woman whose name has been given as Sol Pais, in Spanish that means sun country, has apparently made threats which are to be taken seriously. And as a result, this Wednesday, the schools in that region, at least in Jefferson County, suspended or canceled their lessons because obviously they want to take every precaution to make sure that no shooter can wound, let alone kill, either teachers or other faculty members or students, or then, well, parents who may come to pick up their children from school. I noticed this news item either on the website of the Evening News, which is one of Finland's leading evening tabloid newspapers, or the Finnish or the most read Finnish daily newspaper, at least in the Finnish language, the Helsinki Messages, Helsingin Sanomat. But it has been reported, of course, in a number of US newspapers, including the Washington Post and USA Today. According to an article found on the USA Today website, a woman infatuated by Columbine shooting prompts FBI manhunt. Denver schools cancel Wednesday lessons. Written by Trevor Hughes, published on April the 17th, 2019, and I'm going to quickly summarize it. Authorities have launched a manhunt for what they say is an armed and dangerous woman who made credible threats against Denver area schools 4 days before the 20th anniversary of the Columbine High School shooting. Police said the woman Sol Pais, 18, is infatuated with the Columbine shooting, and this is very sad given the fact that she wasn't yet even born, or for that matter conceived, when the shootings took place almost exactly 20 years ago. They said she traveled from Miami to Colorado on Monday night, so on the night of April the 15th, 2019, and bought a pump-action shotgun and ammunition. They declined to specify the exact nature of the threats and asked the public to call authorities if they see her. She was last seen in the foothills of Jefferson County, west of Denver, authorities said. The FBI's Rocky Mountain Safe Streets Task Force issued a notice on Tuesday, April the 16th, that said police who come into contact with Pais should detain her and evaluate her mental health. Sheriff's spokesman Mike Taplin said the threats she made were general and not specific to any school. We understand that this is a frustrating situation and we don't have all the answers yet, Stan Hilke, executive director of Colorado's Department of Public Safety, said at a Tuesday evening press conference. The Denver, Douglas County, and Cherry Creek school districts called off Wednesday classes, activities, and athletics at all schools late Tuesday night, citing safety concerns related to a credible threat against schools in the area. Authorities released several photos of Pais, who has brown hair and sometimes wears glasses. Security concerns prompted dozens of schools to increase police presence or cancel after-school activities. In many cases, schools released students for the day at the normal time, but asked parents to show ID when picking them up. April the 20th is an emotional date for many Denver area parents and students because it is the anniversary of the Columbine shooting, in which 2 students killed 12 of their classmates and a coach who was also a teacher, as I said, before killing themselves. The coach actually bled slowly to death and died some 2 to 3 hours before the shooters took their own lives. 2 to 3 hours after the murderous boys took their own lives. There is typically an uptick in threats made to schools around that date every year. All students and staff are safe. Students will be released from schools normally. Buses will be running on normal schedule. The Jefferson County School District, which is home to Columbine, announced, "We will have extra safety and security staff on site at all schools affected." Let's hope and pray that this young woman will not harm anyone, including herself. And of course, we should pray that by God's grace, she and as many other people as possible somehow connected to these school threats, whether they are real or imaginary or somewhere in between, would become true Christians. And of course, as many of those people as possible who are threatened or potentially threatened by such people.